Hello, my name is Candace. I'm here with my patient, Jenny. Today, Jenny is going to be performing the Astrand submaximal cycle test so we can predict her VO2 max and better prescribe her adequate exercise prescription for her needs. She's a 25-year-old female, and based on her age, her maximum heart rate is 192 beats per minute. That's going to be important to know because on the Astrand submaximal cycle test, you do not want your patient's heart rate to get above 85% of their max heart rate. Also, based on when Jenny first came in, we went ahead and took her resting heart rate and her resting blood pressure to see where she was at before we got started on the warm-up. Her resting heart rate was 64 beats per minute, and her resting blood pressure was 118/70, so not too bad. So we went ahead and started her on the bike, on her warm-up, at an adequate watt range to go ahead and get her heart rate up in her submaximal level area, and then we can begin the test. Also with the bike, we went ahead and positioned it so her knees at maximal extension are still getting a 25-degree bend. Okay, how you feeling, Jenny?
Doing good.
Good, all right, so it's been about a minute and a half with your warm-up. Feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get ready and go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and take your heart rate now just to see where it's at, make sure it's above 125 beats per minute. And then after that, I'm gonna take your blood pressure, make sure that you're responding adequately to the exercise, and then we can go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Well, let me go ahead and take your heart rate first. Go ahead and just relax for me. Okay, so your heart rate was at 128, which is perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and start your 6-minute times. Let me just check, make sure your blood pressure is responding the right way. Go ahead and relax. Awesome. And Jenny, do you want to go ahead and, based on this scale right here, your rate of perceived exertion, go ahead and tell me what word you feel describes your level of exertion right now.
I'd probably say light.
Light? Okay, awesome. And your blood pressure I got was 130/74, and based on your resting blood pressure and the workload we've had you at, that's you're responding well. So we'll go ahead and we've already kind of begun the test. So at about 3 minutes in, I'm going to go ahead and record your heart rate again and your blood pressure, because it's really important that we make sure that your vitals are responding the right way. Because if we want to prescribe you exercise, you have to make sure your body's still healthy in order to do that exercise we prescribe for you. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Do I stay at this pace of biking?
Yes, you're going to stay at this pace. We have you at 85 watts because you are a well-conditioned woman based on your history report that we talked about when you got here.
Okay.
And you want to stay above 50 repetitions per minute, which you have in
stay
this
right
time.
around there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect.
So you're doing okay? Not feeling dizzy or out of breath or anything like that? It's just another walk in the park?
Yeah, right? It is getting hard, but feel good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at your heart rate again. Go ahead and just relax for me. Okay, let me do a little math. Okay, all right, your heart rate was 134. Okay, awesome, and then we get your blood pressure real quick. All right. All right. Doing great, and go ahead and based on that scale, one more time, what word would you say that you were at right now?
Probably light-ish still.
Light still?
Yeah.
Okay. And when I got your heart rate just now, it was 138/70. So based on your previous results, that's doing well. Your systolic is fluctuating as you increase your exercise, which is good, but your diastolic isn't going too far from where it started. So that's what we want to see.
Perfect.
Still doing okay?
Yeah, feel good.
Awesome. So the next step of this test, I'm going to only take your heart rate next. I'm going to wait and do your blood pressure at the very end to make sure that you still keep a good eye on you. I'm going to go ahead and take your heart rate at which is coming at minute 5.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take it again at 6 minutes to see if if they're close enough together to where we can conclude the test.
Okay, perfect.
Sound good? Okay, go ahead and just relax. Okay, so your heart rate right now, do your math again, 146 is what I just got your heart rate to be at, okay? And then in a couple more seconds, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it another one, which would be at minute 6, and we're gonna see how far apart those heart rate values are.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and what is your perceived rate of exertion?
Somewhat hard.
Somewhat hard, okay. And math was easy this time because you were close. You were at, your heart rate's going to be 148.
Okay.
So because you were within 2 beats per minute of the last of minute 5, minute 6, we can go ahead and start your cool down.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take your blood pressure real quick just to make sure that everything's going well, and we can go ahead and do some math and calculate your VO2 max.
Okay.
You're amazing, kid. All right, so we'll go ahead and start you on your cool down. We'll lower the watts.
Perfect.
And let me write down your last blood pressure.
And then I just go a couple minutes for cool down here?
Yep, just do a couple minutes for cool down. And your last blood pressure, in case you're wondering, was 150/76. So still doing great with your systolic and diastolic values. And now that we have finished, Jenny's on her cool down, so we have now finished the Astrand submaximal cycling test. And we can go ahead and use these values and put them in to our equation and figure out her VO2 max to properly prescribe her the right kind of exercise.